Had to talk faith when the hope died. Hard on the floor, but I still try. Mama in the kitchen with the light low, telling me to keep my mind on the high road. Every little tear was a time code, stamped in my soul like a barcode. There days of pain, I pray, put the work and never strayed. Every no that I faced, built the armor that I wear today. Now I rise up, I'm victorious. All that hurt in my story turned glorious. Better days, I can feel them in my chest right here. Sacrifice so much just to stand right here. Now I'm here, I'm victorious, glorious. Life is glorious, yeah. Used to feel small in the big crowd. Voice real soft, dreams real loud. Had to dig deep when the doubt screamed. Standing in the dark with a wild dream. Friends fell off when the road bent. Still I moved on with a broke sin. Every setback was a token, proof that the line hadn't closed yet. I overcame what they said I'd be, turned every chain to a memory. Now when I look back, that old me, just a shadow trying not to ever. Warrior, how I rise up, I'm victorious. All that hurt in my story turned glorious. Better days, I can feel them in my chest right here. Sacrifice so much just to stand right here. Now I'm here, I'm victorious, glorious. I bled for this, I wept for this. Lost sleep, lost time, lost innocence. But I live for this, yeah, I live for this. Every scar on my skin is my evidence. I overcame. They try to break me, but I still came back stronger in my own name. Now I rise up, I'm victorious. All that hurt in my story turned glorious. Better days, I can feel them in my chest right here. Sacrifice so much just to stand right here. Now I'm here, I'm victorious, glorious. Stepping in the lab, this brainwave shift. Turn pain into game, every loss uplift. City on my back, but my posture rich. Used to dream in the dark, now the switch they lit. Neurons fire when I say my name. Rewire all the wires, I don't play that same. Old code in my head, had to break that chain. Now the pathway paved with the winds I claim. Yeah, power, money, respect, I evolve with it. New pathways in my head, watch me solve with it. Change, transform, I was built to collect. More life, more growth, that's the real asset, yeah. Power, money, respect, put it all on deck. New pathways when I move, every thought direct. Change, transform, I was born to connect. More life, more growth, that's the real asset. Pocket full of plans, I don't chase loose change. Every dollar just data, I expand my range. Stack base, stack skills, then the paper grows. I invest in the mind, that's how favor flows. Had to silence every doubt, that's a loud old voice. Now I edit my beliefs like a ground up choice. Turn fear into fuel, turn stress into steps. Every setback, sketching out the stairs I rep. Yeah, I pivot when the path look blocked off. If the road ain't there, then I blast off. From the gutter in my thoughts to a glass loft. Had the bed on my brain, that's a jackpot. Yeah, yeah. Power, money, respect, I evolve with it. New pathways in my head, watch me solve with it. Change, transform, I was built to collect. More life, more growth, that's the real asset, yeah. Power, money, respect, put it all on deck. New pathways when I move, every thought direct. Change, transform, I was born to connect. More life, more growth, that's the real asset. More growth, that's the real asset. Yeah, more growth, that's the real asset.
Used to count out in my bedroom.
Now I count wins in the boardroom. Rewired, I don't think how I used to. Turn a hard day into high proof. I said doing heavy lifting, that's a gym too. Every little habit like a sine wave I've been through. Read a couple studies, now I study how I spend too. Power in my focus, money just a friend too. Power, money, respect, I changed my mind first. New runs, doing reps, now the whole life works. New lane, new thoughts, watch the road convert. I had to flip.
All right, how we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How are we doing? How we doing? Drop one word to describe how are we doing? How are we feeling this morning? How are we doing? How are we feeling this morning? Blessed. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Excellent. Amazing. That is what I'm talking about. So last night was powerful and we are back. We are kicking the week off. Today marks day one. I need everybody to type day one in the chat. Today marks day one and we're going to start our day off on the right foot. And look, these are the calls that I love the most. I'm going to be completely honest with you. These are the calls I love the most because, we could teach you how to go get the money. We could teach you how to be able to invest, all the cool things. But if you don't believe it, if you don't have it in your mind, because it's an inside game, y'all. It's an inside game. So we need to be able to really unlock the power that we have in our minds. And that's what these morning leadership calls do for all of us. So I'm blessed to be up on a wake up list. And I know everybody here is blessed to be on the wake up list. So we're going to show up and give it all we got. And these calls are not going to be hosted by me, right? I got the best person, the perfect person to be able to host these calls every single day this week, which is my brother, my actual blood brother, my older brother, who has been able to bless me and pour into me. I've had a mentor from the day I was born because he is somebody that has led and has mastered when it comes to being able to build your personal development, build your mindset. He is a two-time best-selling author. He is the number one person when it comes to really teaching professionals how to go from personal development to business development, right? So he's going to share a little bit about his story and all the great things that he's done. But ultimately, I'm going to step out the way. And I really just want to set the foundation and the introduction for my brother Mindset Mogul, Sean Crumay. And when I bring him up, right, we just can't give him a regular welcome, yeah. We can't give him this. I know it's early, you know what I'm saying, but I want us to give him some energy, give him some love, because I promise you, he's gonna give you that same in return and more. So with that being said, I want to bring up Mindset Mogul, our mindset, our leadership coach, our sales coach, our business development coach, has helped thousands of people be able to unlock the skills and build systems to be able to succeed in their business, in their life. So with that being said, I'm gonna unmute everybody and I want y'all to give him a warm round of applause. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's
Let's
go,
go,
let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Let's go.
Go.
Let's go.
Good
Let's
morning.
go.
Morning.
Hey,
Oh,
good
true.
morning.
Indiana in the
Good
Sunshine.
morning.
building.
Good morning.
Hey, where you
Oh,
at?
true.
Let's
Make
do
it happen,
it.
good
Oh, let's
people.
go. Let's
Let's go.
go.
Let's
True.
Turn it
go. Let's
up.
go. Let's
Sir.
go.
Yeah, I knew
Right.
it.
Let's
What's
go.
going on? Snap it up and clap
Take
it
it.
up. Let's
Snap
Yeah.
it
go.
Let's
up. Clap
go.
On a
it
Let's
white
up.
day morning.
go.
Oh, get me
Okay.
hype
Let's
in here.
Let's
go.
Come
Coach
on.
go.
True.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
Go.
Mindset
Yeah.
mastery.
Yes.
Come on.
Woo,
Turn it
woo, woo,
up.
woo,
Let's
woo.
go.
Let's go.
Let's
Ready.
go.
We
Let's
ready. We
go.
ready. We ready.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm loving the energy. I'm loving the energy. We didn't have to do it twice today, which was good because if that round of applause wasn't round in applause, then I would have had to have you do it again. Okay, let's go. Thank you, Mr. Mogul. We appreciate you 100%. And welcome to the Wealthy Challenge. So, first and foremost, my name is Sean Crumay. I'm here to help you with your systems so that way you can be more effective in less time. When we're talking about funnels, when we're talking about leadership, when we're talking about everything that makes you important, it's going to come down to the intangibles. It's the things that you may not be able to see that allows you to be the best when everyone sees you. So go ahead and put intangibles in the chat. Go ahead and put the intangibles in the chat. I know some of y'all starting off like intangible. They got me writing down stuff already. Yes, we got you working already from the start. But first, we love to call you out and we love to shout you out. What I would love for you to do is put the trophy emoji in the chat when I call your name out. If you are the MVP, If you are the most valuable participant in your life, go ahead and put MVP in the chat or put the trophy emoji in the chat. Let's continue to go. Angelique, what's going on? You are the MVP in your life. What's happening? What's happening? Miss Deborah, what's going on? Front and center, locked in, right? You locked in? Put the trophy emoji in the chat. Who else? Dayona, what's going on, Dayona? Let's go. Put the trophy emoji in the chat. Elijah, Rebecca, good to see you. We got some familiar faces and we have some new people in the place, but go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. Miss Marty, what's going on? Marquita, what's happening with you? What's happening? Ray Lewis, Ray. It's okay, Ray. Smile, baby. We're here. We woke up on the wake up list. We on here. It's on today. Okay. Let's continue to go. All right. So if I didn't call your name out, it's only due to time constraints. So you have to celebrate you. And that's why we say today is a good day for a great day. If you feel like how I feel, go ahead and put Yana in the chat. Y-A-N-A. You are not alone. Yana in the chat. We'll be having some Yanas often throughout this week because we have you for 5 days. So before I even get started with anything else, I'm going to let you know if I could be real, someone say be real in the chat. If I can be real, go ahead, put be real in the chat. All right. So I've been doing these challenges for a long time now. Well, I guess it's a short time. I guess it's not really a long time. It's been over 5 years since we've been doing the challenges, but I've been in leadership development for over 10 years. I've been an entrepreneur since 2011. Okay. So what I'm getting ready to share with you might not sound like it's things that you already know. It might sound a little bit different. It might make you scratch your head. It might make you feel like, wait, what is he talking about? I don't understand. I'm just telling you like this. The information that we're giving you in these next 5 days will be more than you had in the last 5 months. Maybe more information than you had in the last 5 years, depending on where you're at in your journey. But if you hear things that sounds confusing, you hear things that doesn't really make sense, I don't want you to lean on your own judgment this week. I want you to lean on your judgment of the mentors, the coaches, the people that's coming in to give you this valuable information that will change your situation for future generations if you put in the application. Make sense? Go ahead, let me know it makes sense in the chat. Some of you might not like me the way that I'm coming off to you because I'm going to give you love. Love has 2 sides to it. Love is going to be gentle, soft, holding a safe space, but also love is going to be open, vulnerable, and honest and transparent. Make sense? Let me know in the chat. Makes sense. So with that being said, if you showed up here for you, I need you to make sure that you're showing up for you. I need you to make sure you have your cameras on. I need you to make sure that you understand that everything you do matters. If you half it, guess what? You get half results. If you play scared, guess what? You don't get any results. You have to make up your mind today. You have to make up your mind today. This week is not for play. Yes, we're going to have some fun, but I'm going to make sure that you're ready to step into that new level of life. And the first thing we need to do is rewire the way that we think about ourselves showing up. That's the first thing. Who are you? Go ahead and put who you are in the chat. Go ahead and put who you are in the chat. Who are you? Go ahead and put your identity in the chat. So let me bring up the agenda for today. So the agenda, we're going to have mindset, which we're going to go through for a minute. Mindset, we're going to do growth and fixed mindsets. We're also going to talk about the identities. Then we're going to get into the leadership. The leadership is locating your blind spots. And then obviously for the next level is rewiring to assess, assign, align. If it makes sense so far, put make sense in the chat. If it makes sense so far, put make sense in the chat. Right. So we want to welcome you to your leadership and accountability. Once again, without accountability, nothing works. I will be sharing my story with you all as we go through. I'm not going to give you all of it at once. I'm going to give it to you in pieces because I'm with you for 5 days. So I'm not just here for 1 day, so I don't have to rush and give you the whole thing, but I will give it all to you so that way you can understand and connect with me, because what qualifies me to come up here to speak to you? All right. What qualifies me? So that I'm going to be demonstrating all of that. And as we go through, first thing I want to share on the whiteboard is this. Let me share the screen. Also, let me know. Put your city in the chat. Put your city in the chat. Where are you from? Put your city in the chat. While we're going through this, right, we want you to network with each other. We want you to build relationships. It's one thing to be with the coaches, but it's a whole nother ball game to meet people who are in the same path as you or on the same journey as you, and you can help change each other's lives tremendously. So I always say this: you might not get rich with your day ones, but you can get rich with your day twos. If I say anything to you that makes sense, that makes you feel like, wow, that was amazing, or whoa, this was a light bulb moment, put the ums in the chat. So you could put M's in the chat. We'll know that you're talking about right? And we love that. Okay. So one of the other things today, we're going to speak with intention. We're going to be prolific. And we're also going to have clarity. So I would love to bring up the whiteboard to demonstrate to you all just a little bit about what you will be getting, just to have clarity around what it is that we're doing here. All right. Oh, Joey Boone and Ramel dropped me off with Sean Crewmate. Mom said, Mo, I don't even know this guy. Put a one in the chat if you do know me. Put a 0 in the chat if this is your first day hearing me, seeing me, knowing anything of me. Let's see. All right. So that way we know how to serve you. We know what parts to go a little bit in detail with. Okay. All right. So first and foremost, when you come up here and see me, this is not just about mindset, ladies and gentlemen. This is a holistic approach. Someone put holistic in the chat. This is a holistic approach to getting you to be the best version of you. This is not me just coming up here to talk to you. No, this is interactive. You will be raising your hand. You will be divulging information. You will get vulnerable and you will reach your next level. I can promise and guarantee. Well, I can't even say that. Let's be real here. Nothing in life is guaranteed. But when you look at it from a side, I can guarantee you won't get the results that you want if you do not show up the best way for you. So, for one, what you're going to get here, and it might shock a little bit of you, but it's going to be a little therapy. All right. We're going to have a little therapy going on. So we'll do some guided meditations. We'll be able to locate some blind spots, because the thing is this: you have what you have because you are who you are. All of the experiences you have accumulated right now has given you the life that you want, or the life that you currently have. So let's put it this way. Everything that you know so just put everything know right here. So everything that you know has given you the life that you have right now. But what about the life you do want? Let me know in the chat. What type of life do you want? Put it in the chat. What type of life do you want? What type of life do you want? What type of life do you want? Let's be specific so we can be prolific. What type of life do you want? You say wealth, but is that a type of life? Let's be specific. What type of life do you want? Stability. What is stability? You want freedom. Okay. What is freedom? You're free in a lot of ways. What about abundance? What type of abundance? You have an abundance in a lot of ways. Sometimes we have an abundance of broke friends. Sometimes we got an abundance of broke people, broke mindsets around us. Okay, let me know in the chat. What do you want though? Empowering life. You want prosperity. Live off the land. I love it. Get specific with it. You want stress-free life. Go ahead and get specific. So everything that you have right now is coming from your experience, things you accumulate. But what about the things that you don't know? So everything you don't know. So you have the life you have right now because of all the things that you know, but you don't have the life that you truly want because of the things you don't know. So the therapy will unlock what we will call blind spots. Hey, I'm telling you right now, write this down. Write this down. This right here is probably going to be the biggest factor in your growth, aside from what you do with your time. This right here, blind spot. Why would this be? Somebody let me know in the chat. Why would this be? We just explained it already. So you don't have to guess. You could just say exactly what we said earlier. So everyone has 24 hours in a day. So what makes the difference between the person that makes 100K in a day and a person that makes $100 in a day. It's not the hours. It's definitely not the hours. It's definitely not the hours. What's the answer though? Let me know in the chat. What's the answer? Somebody said execution. You can execute all day. You know, you got family members who say, let's work hard. We work hard, 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 and it doesn't change anything. Okay, what's the difference? What is the difference? Let me know in the chat. What is the difference? And be for real. What is the difference? Ooh, I like that. Who's that? Who says systems? Who says strategy? Who said mindset? Who said that? Sunshine, make sure we know who said that. They saying the right things right now. Okay. Somebody said opportunity. I want you to not put opportunity in there, because opportunity, that you utilizing it in that way where you say mindset and opportunity, that's a little trap right there. And I'll get into that. So therapy, you're going to need the therapy. You have to release some things. Why is it important to release some things? Because you can't become who you want to be holding on to who you've been. You can't become who you want to be holding on to who you used to be. Make sense? Yeah, I want to get to the next level. I want to have $100,000 a month, but you don't want to do the work. Oh, I want to have a significant other that loves me. They just need to accept me for who I am. No, you need to do the work. You need to do the work. Somebody put in the chat, do the work. That's the answer. Okay. Do the work. So therapy, you need to do that. And unfortunately, in melanated communities, we're not taught to have therapy. I lost both of my parents growing up. My dad was murdered in front of our building before I hit the age of 2. Do you think I need some therapy for that? Nah, just pack them up and tell them to go to school. Keep it moving. My mom passed away. She had 13 brain tumors, a collapsed lung. She had cancer, took both of her breasts off. She went bald. Chemotherapy is supposed to help her. It hurt her. It killed her. And I had to watch this. By 15, I was the ward. I was in a ward. I was a ward of the state. And I had to figure it out. One of my grandmothers took me in. But prior to that, while my mom was going through this whole journey, I was sleeping on a couch for 8 years. I used to love when the company was gone. Why? Because they were sitting on my bed the whole time. They were sitting on my bed the whole time. Like, yo, I got to go to sleep. Right? So I'm saying this to you, that what you're going through will be the catalyst for who you become. So don't shy away from what you're going through. You have to release some things. You have to have some therapy. You have to let things go. Somebody put in the chat, let things go. Somebody put in the chat, let things go. So the other thing that you want to have, right? So what I'm also going to teach you, I'm not just going to do therapy. We're going to have live coaching. We're going to have live coaching. Why are we going to have live coaching? Because things happen on the spot. You need somebody that you could talk to on the spot. You need things that you could say on the spot. You need things that people can help you with on the spot. Okay? So we're going to do some live coaching. So what I would love for you to do is be open, be vulnerable, and be transparent, because in order for you to get to where you want to be, you have to be transparent about where you are right now. Okay? Systems. Systems. I can't say this enough. So we're going to go through systems, and systems are going to be one of the most important things, whether you're in a business, whether you're the CEO, whether you're the person that's implementing the idea. System. Okay? Everyone knows what this the acronym system stands for, right? You know what the acronym system stands for? Put a 1 in the chat if you do. Put a 0 in the chat if you don't, just so I know if I need to move forward. Okay, if you don't know, it's saving yourself significant time, energy, money. That's what your system does. If your system is not saving you significant time, energy, money, you're going to feel stressed. You're going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to feel burnt out. You're going to feel like it's not enough. You're going to feel like people don't listen to you. You're going to feel like people don't believe in you. You're going to feel like don't have clarity. You're going to feel like I'm confused. So if you feel those feelings, then you know that your system is not working for you. So just so we're clear, and this is for you, put in the chat, my system is working out for me, or my system is not working out for me, just so you can know where you're at and where we need to lock in at. Now, the word time, how many of you know the acronym for time? So time is tracking, incrementally measures efficiency. So the reason why they created time is to track efficiency. How long have I been talking to this person on the phone? How long have I been here at this place? If we're not tracking our time, we're letting time go by, and time is the greatest resource that you have. So you're just giving up time for free. And a lot of people say this. You might know what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm just killing time. How would you just kill time when time is your greatest asset? So we have to make sure we make sense now. Okay. So you're gonna get some therapy with me. You're gonna have some live coaching with me. You're gonna have some systems, and make sure that you're on time for class. Make sure that you're showing up. Make sure that you're prompt and you're speaking clearly and effectively, concisely. So when we bring you up, right? Remember time. So everything you say matters. We don't want to hear a bunch of stories. Okay. We want you to come up and be efficient with your time. When you get the homework assignments, you don't wait 3 days to do the homework assignment, and now you feel overwhelmed and behind. You do it the same day that we tell you to do the homework assignment, and you get it done, no excuses. If that's clear, put clear in the chat. Some of y'all are like, wait, who is he talking to? I'm talking to you. That's what I'm talking to. I'm talking to you, because if you didn't need this, you wouldn't be here right now. In fact, we will be learning from you. We'll be taking a master class from you. Okay? So that's why you're here. You're here to make sure you can get yourself in a position of power. If you don't have a way to have this outlet, then you're holding on to stuff, right? You're holding on to things that's in the way. You might not even know, but the thing that's holding you back was a breakup from 3 years ago. The thing that's holding you back was because your mom told you no when you were 7 years old. The thing that's holding you back is because you thought you wasn't intelligent, but that was your own mind playing tricks on you. Okay, so the things that really hold us back are intangibles, the things you cannot see. So that's why I'm going through the intangibles. This is what we are going to be working on. This helps you become this six-figure earner, okay? You want to get to the six figures? This is what is going to help you become a six-figure earner. If you're already a six-figure earner, then you already know what I'm talking about. And now you're looking to get to seven figures. So where are you looking to go? You looking to get to six figures, or you looking to get to seven? And if you're looking to get to eight, you're probably just in here watching. You're probably just in here watching. You probably got some things that I can learn from. So let me know in the chat if you're looking to get to six, or you're looking to get to seven. Just put 6 in the chat, or put 7 in the chat. 6 in the chat, 7 in the chat. Okay, good. All right, so real quick, let's do your financial physical. How much do you want to collect within a month or a year or a day? It's up to you. Just make sure you're specific when you do say the number. Just make sure you're specific when you do say the number. How much would you like to collect? $100K monthly, $50K monthly, $30K a month, 2 p.m. weeks. What's that? $50K, $1 million liquid capital. Elijah's not playing. He know exactly what he's looking for. I need $1 million liquid, not solid, liquid. All right, I need to make moves. $250,000 a year. Okay, cool. Do you know what you're spending the money on? Yes or no? Put a Y in the chat, or put an N in the chat. Keep it simple. Do you know what you're spending the money on? Did you actually sit down and allocate why I need X amount of dollars, or are you just throwing out some arbitrary numbers? Because that's usually what happens. We'll throw out some arbitrary numbers, and this is what happens to everybody. Oh, all I need is $100,000. And then when you get the $100,000, being that you did not map out what you needed the $100,000 for, you get what we call lifestyle creep. Some of us in here suffering from LSC. The more you make money, the more you spend money. So yeah, I just need 100,000. No, what you really need is to learn to stop spending too much. Oh yeah, I just need to no. What you really need to learn is to work on you. Okay, like that's what we need to make sure. All right. So some of y'all be thinking, all I need is this, and then when you get it, you blow it. Just like we know those people who made so much money and then they just lost it all. How did they lose it all? Because of LSC, lifestyle creep, and I'm sick of it. Okay, because it plagues the melanated community. Because guess what? Let's say this is the dollar. The dollar goes into the melanated community, and it leaves within 6 hours of being here. Why? Because you go spend your money with all the people who don't reinvest back into the community, and then you're wondering why you don't have money. Oh, everybody around me broke. And now you're acting like you can't trust people. Oh, I can't trust people. Oh, because everybody's out looking for themselves. The more I help people, the more is this. Whatever. Knock it off. Okay? Because guess what's really happening to you? What's really happening to you is that you know that you are worth $100,000, but you settle for making $100. That's the truth. And anything that settles ends up at the bottom. And that's what's been happening. Let's call it what it is. We've been settling. Okay. This is the mindset max out juice. This is everything that unsettled at the bottom. Right. So when we ask you what was your goal for the month, some people said 100K a month, which is typical. We hear that. But do you know why you're asking for that? I want you to put how much you currently make in the chat. How much do you currently make? How much do you currently make? Somebody need the meaning of time? Is tracking incrementally measures efficiency. That's what time stands for. So you need to use your time wisely. Are you tracking what you do? Just like when you go to make your favorite food, you use a recipe. You track incrementally and it measures your efficiency. If you miss out on one ingredient, it messes up the entire dish, which is the same thing with your success. You miss out on mindset, it messes up the entire way of you getting paid and getting to be who you truly want to be. Because most people say this, I don't need mindset. Well, that's the people who need it the most. All right, cool. So you make 50,000 a month now. So you currently make 50,000 a month. Okay, that's good. Why am I not making $100,000? It's my friends. It's the person down the block. It's the inflation. It's this, it's that. No, it's a combination of all of it. But guess what? I want you to put the difference in the chat. I want you to put the difference in the chat. It's costing you. The difference is how much it's costing you to stay the same. This is how much it's costing you to stay the same. Whatever your difference number is how much it's costing you to stay the same. Whatever your difference number is how much it's costing you to stay the same. How much is it costing you to be who you are right now? See, because it's harder to be where you're at right now. Like, think about it this way. Is it hard to go to the gym? You might go, yeah, it's hard to go to the gym. I mean, okay, which one? Is it harder to be out of shape or is it harder to be in shape? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Is it harder to be in shape or harder to be out of shape? If you're saying it's harder to be in shape, you have no idea. Okay? Because guess what? When you're out of shape, no one's telling you to put down that ice cream. No one's telling you that you have to eat the ice cream. No one's telling you anything, right? You're just eating things and you're just doing things, but you're forgetting something. Life has what we call an image and a reflection. There's no one-sided anything in life. Somebody put that in the chat. Image, reflection. See, you being out of shape is a reflection of your choices. You having bad credit is a reflection of your choices. You doing whatever it is within your relationship, a reflection of your choices. So stop complaining and blaming people. Okay, you are the image. But guess what? In the image, some of us have been given what we call lie identities. Okay. Some of us have been given what we call lie identities, and you're holding on to these lie identities, making reflections from an identity. And this is why we're upset about the results we got, because the work that we're putting out doesn't match who we know we are as the image. I know I'm beautiful. I know I'm great. I know I'm amazing. But why is it not showing up to me? Well, because somewhere in that formula, that combination, you're giving out a lie, you're living in a lie identity. You're living in a space that doesn't necessarily reflect who you are. So when you see the reflection, it doesn't materialize to you as something that you truly want. Now, let's make it make sense. When you knew that you were worth $100,000, but you settled for the job that gave you $100 in a day, guess what you did? You said, you know what? Yeah, I'm worth that. When you had an option, you had a choice to be the image, and you could have been the person that could have made $100,000. Let's make it simple, right? So when you think about it, there's people who make pizzas for $10 an hour and they work at Domino's. And then there's other people who make pizza and make $10,000 in that hour. And they sell these pizzas at parties of celebrities and other people of high stature. What's the difference from you and that person? The other person that's making that money, they believe that they can do that because whatever you believe in, you'll be living. So for you, you might be thinking, oh, I don't know, I can't get to that. And that's why you can't get to that. This is why we're getting ready to go over your blind spots because we need to find out what is exactly holding you back. So as we go, this is the thing I want you to realize. In order for you to be successful, and I know some of you are going to disagree with it, but you need a go-to book. Some of you are going to be like, it's the Bible, but you don't even really read the Bible. So stop saying that. Okay, that's the first thing you need to do. Stop saying all about the Bible and you don't read the Bible. Stop it. Okay, stop. Stop doing it. Number two. Number two, you need a first. Oh, let me change that. Let me change that. I'm over here talking about the Bible. I'm writing Bible. I meant go-to book. Okay. So let's get the book up there. Go-to book. They was getting ready to think, go-to Bible. I got one already. All right. Two, you need a system for what? Performance tracking. So performance. Need a performance system. Number three, you need a roadmap. It could be a performance system, productivity system, however you like to look at that, but it's a system that allows you to see exactly what you do on a daily basis. You need a roadmap, right? Roadmap, you need a mentor. This is what is going to help you make up that difference of who you are now versus where you want to be. You need a community of people. I know sometimes you want to bring your family and friends, but they already told you they don't believe in your dream and they believe that it's a scam. Okay. Everything you're doing is a scam. That's what they believe. And then you need what we would call basically it's like your CRM. It's your funnel. It's a Webby. It's your management tools, right? So that way you can see everything you want. You might call it a dashboard. All right, real quick, I'm just showing you where I got this information from. I didn't pull this out of thin air. I'm giving you the roadmap because literally most of everything that we need to be successful is usually right in front of us, but we ignore what's in front of us. Just like, you might be out there young, looking good, and you just ignore the man that has all the green flags. And you just go for the guy who got all the red flags. Same thing. You go for the woman who, yeah, I want the toxic one. You know why I want the toxic one. But you will need to pay attention to the signs because signs and symbols rule the world. Signs and symbols rule the world. What you're doing right now is literally running a program. You're running a script on yourself. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. You got family members and friends. You walk in the house, everyone got this one family member who's always have an attitude. They're running a script. It doesn't matter what you say to them. They're still going to act like you did everything to them. They're the victim. Let me know in the chat if you relate to this. Some of you run the victim script. Some of you run the victor script. Some of you run the underdog script. Nobody believes in me. I'm going to make sure that I get above it, right? Whatever. I want you to pay attention to the script that you're operating in because it's just a script. The same way that you've been programmed to use it, you could program yourself out of it. And a lot of things that you program yourself to protect you with, as far as like saving you, everything that you had to learn to survive, you have to now unlearn in order for you to thrive. So the where I got this from was this. When you think about it, the job has the same components, right? The job has the same components. It has a go-to book. What's the go-to book at the job? What's the go-to book at the job? What's the go-to book at the job? Right, there we go. The employee handbook. So everyone knows that. We're clear on this. Okay, cool. Let's go down to number two. Let's go down to number two. What's the performance system at the job? What's the performance system at the job? There we go. Aaron knows. Aaron, using the last week's class, you must know you got some, you knew. So it's basically that's not the performance. The KPIs aren't the performance system, but that is the yearly reviews or the 6 months reviews that your supervisor or employer, whatever that they put in. The roadmap is the KPIs, right? Roadmap is the KPIs. So your roadmap, KPIs, SOPs, those are the things that's the roadmap because it's telling you how to get to there. That's the role that you play, right? The role. What's your role? It gives you the roadmap. Some of you are walking around here with no role. Like, God, give me a role. God gave you a role. You now have to give yourself an assignment and stay in alignment with your assignment in order to complete and accomplish what it is that you want. So when you think about number 4, it's not a mentor at work, but it is a boss or a supervisor or some type of whatever, just the employer. Now, 5 would be your coworkers or your people that you have, like friends. So it may not be people at the job, but you may have friends that all work in a similar circle and your coworkers, right? Or you're just buddies and friends, but y'all all do the same type of activities. You all have the same type of jobs and you all do the same stuff. And then you think about it, ClickUp, like what's their CRM? Like ClickUp, it'll be ClickUp, it'll be Slack, it'll be Love Plus, it'll be Meltos, right? Those are the things that you use for work. Okay, where did they get it from? The same place. It's the same principles. Pay attention because principles give you the universal principles work in any arena. And when you use universal principles, it's going to allow you to excel faster because you're not guessing. You're just using the script. You have to use the script. Now, you don't have to change the game in the way that the game is played, but you have to change the way you play the game. So you have to understand this. School, what about school, right? School shows you this. What's the go-to book for school? What's the go-to book for school? You got the notebook, you got your binder, you got the what's the name of the company? McGraw-Hill. McGraw-Hill. They write all of your history. So McGraw-Hill just created history. They just created history and they give it to you. And then when you get the history, you run scripts from that history. You never really even fact check it. You just listen to what the history is telling you and never fact check it. What's their performance system? What's their performance system? What's their performance system? What's their performance system? Grades, tests, right? So you got it. Grades, tests, testing. But you're not grading yourself and you're not testing yourself, though. You just run through life wild, just running through life. No system, just running through life. I'm going to be successful. Nobody believes in me, but you don't have any systems. Okay, what is the roadmap in school? What is the roadmap in school? What is the roadmap in school? Grades, right? They tell you exactly which grades you're going to be in, and they have graduation, and they tell you how to do it. They say 3 to 4 years, and I want you to realize 3 to 4 years, this is a big one. Okay, this 3 to 4 year thing is a real thing that you cannot escape. Stop looking to get rich overnight. It's not happening. Hey, yo, bro, flip my money, bro. Can you flip it? There is no flip. Put that in the chat. There is no flip. You're not flipping your money. I'm sorry. That's not real. Okay, it's not real. Yo, I'm gonna flip this 20 bands I got. It's not happening. Stop asking for it. There is no flip. Stop asking. All right, glad I got that out the way. So graduation is a 3 to 4 year process. In order for you to operate at your best and get the best raises and to be at the company's top of the top, it's going to take 3 to 4 years. You're not going to do it overnight unless you was brought from a different company to run a certain department, right? Same thing is going to be in your entrepreneurial journey. It's going to take 3 to 4 years. Stop looking for it to happen overnight. Stop taking mentorships and quitting. Stop doing that. Stopping and started. Put that on the script. Go-kart. I'm going to call you go-kart. The people that stops and start. You're a go-kart. Okay? That's the script you're running. Now, all right, cool. And you don't have a boss, you don't have a supervisor, you don't have a mentor, but you do have a professor. You do have a teacher. When it comes to the community, you may not have friends, but you definitely got those people in class that be talking. So you have classmates, okay? And the way that they check up on their students, what their system is not a funnel, it's not a CRM, it's not a Webby, it's not a management tool in that case, but it is called Blackboard, okay? They have what we call Blackboard. Do y'all see the similarities in what's going on here? Do you see that you don't have to change the rules of the game? You just have to change the way you play the game. So I want you to count from 1 to 6. Out of 1 to 6, how many of this do you have in your daily life? And don't pretend like you got the book when you don't have the book. Stop it. I want you to stop right now. Don't pretend like you got the system. You don't have the system. Stop it. Okay. Oh, I got it written in my head. I got the roadmap in my head. Okay, please miss me with that. You don't have the roadmap. Stop it. Stop it, y'all. Stop it. Stop with the shenanigans. Okay. Stop with shenanigans. And if you have the community, go ahead with the community. Yeah, I got the support I need. Yeah. Okay. When was that? When was they last at your events? When did they buy your stuff? Which community do you have? The community that involves you into gossip, or the community that allows you to prosper? Which one? Which one do you have? Okay. All right. And which management tools do you have? I'm not talking about Instagram. I'm not talking about Facebook. Which management tools do you have to make sure that you're running efficiently? So out of 6, how many do you have? Somebody had put 0 in the chats. Somebody put 2 in the chat. That's right, Tina. Tell them. And next time they tell you some foolishness, tell them, stop it. Stop it. You got 5 and 6. Okay, cool. So we can see that we're incomplete. And this is why we don't have the exact money that we want, right? And just letting y'all know, being an entrepreneur is not peaches and cream and is a piece of cake. This is hard work. Being an entrepreneur is actually way harder than going to the job. But if you have these systems in place, you're going to make yourself a lot easier to find your way around this entrepreneurship. The key thing is combining all 3. So life is mathematical. You want to have the knowledge that you got from school combined with the knowledge you got from work. And you probably want to keep your work, and you probably want to keep being a student. You understand? You don't want to quit your job and then start a business from scratch, start running a business. What you could do is you could still keep your job, use your job to help you leverage to buy a business. And then from there, you'll be able to be more successful, because this is all about becoming more effective in less time. Somebody put more effective in less time in the chat. All right, my handwriting is getting out of control today. Let me just stop it right now. Okay, more effective in less time. What I'm getting ready to do right now, though, so we can have some time, is I'm going to stop the share screen, and then I'm going to bring some of you up. And I need to know, let's uncover some of these blind spots. What is holding you back? What do you need to give yourself permission to do? Who do you need to give yourself permission to become going forward? Who do you need to give yourself permission to become? What do you need to give yourself permission to do? Right? Where are your blind spots? So let's raise your virtual hand and let's bring some people up. Let's raise the virtual hand. Let's bring some people up. Sunshine, are you here? Where's Sunshine at? Sunshine, if you're here, somebody send a request to unmute, please. Who do we have up?
That's Tina. How are you, love?
Hey, how are you?
What's
Great.
going on, Tina? We're good.
Good. Can you hear me?
Talk to us. Yes, talk to us. Where do you
Cool.
think, what's holding you back? Well, let us know. Be honest, though.
Okay, so I think that what's holding me back is fear of being successful, fear of stepping into my true identity and what that looks like to others, worrying about what other people think, worrying about if my identity shrinks other people's, thoughts about who I am. And as well, in addition to that, past traumas.
So other people's thoughts on you hold you back?
Yeah, like me being able to think about, oh, this person, you know, because we get this, like, I don't know what it's called. I guess we can use the old saying of the like crab mentality type thing when people see you being successful or they see that you are, you know, sometimes reading books or if they see you doing things like this, educational courses and classes, things to excel yourself and become better than who you are. It's in a lot of times in our community, it's shunned against, it's shunned upon. Who do you think you are? These kinds of things. So, I mean, of course, we know that we're supposed to let that stuff go and we're not supposed to be thinking about that. But it does play its role, even if the percentage of that role being played is very minute and small, it's still in the back of our minds. Or for me, yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Okay.
If I told you you're not enough, you will never make it, your dreams are too big, start small, would you listen to me?
I can't. I've listened to that before. My college professor told me, you're not going to be a writer. You shouldn't write. You should stop writing right now. I've been writing ever since. I've had things that's been published. So I've had things being told to me, and that's not the only thing, but I can't listen to it. However, when we allow those things to embed into our subconscious, we don't have to listen, but sometimes it gets played.
Okay. And I love what you're doing. I love where you're going with this. I just want you to be aware of what you're saying.
Okay.
Do you hear what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you actually telling me?
I'm telling you that I'm allowing myself to worry about what other people are thinking of me, and that's holding me back.
Aha. So you just said two things, right? So you hear your script, you hear your act. Everyone put the word act in the chat. So your act is, I know it, but knowing means nothing, right? I know that I'm not going to allow people to tell me that I can't because I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to go out there and do the thing. And then you still allow people to control you. You still allow people's language to limit you. And the question I have
Right.
for you is why? Because you can see the inconsistency in that now, right? But I would love to know
Yeah.
why. Why do you let
I
that
would love
happen?
I would love to know that too.
So we're going to
Yeah.
unpack that going forward through this week. We're going to unpack that. So one thing I would ask you is, what are you going to give yourself permission to do going forward?
To listen to myself, to not listen to the noise, to not make up things about others that may not even be there, regardless if they are or not. To implement putting forth the effort to pour into myself, give myself a chance and bet on me.
Okay. So I like that. Unfortunately, due to the time, I can't get too much deeper into it, but tomorrow
Yeah.
we will, and the assignments that I'm going to give you all will help you unlock that for tomorrow. So what I would
Thank
love for
you.
you to do is identify your identity. So which lie has been placed on you that you've been seeing as an identity you've been operating through?
Okay.
And if you can't, do you know it now? Do you know which identities have played on you?
I think I'm gonna have to write some stuff down and really think hard about what that lie identity is, because when we say lie identity, that means that we are acknowledging that there is a lie with our identity and we've been kind of playing the script, but we have to know exactly what that script is. And if we don't know what that script is, we're gonna have to dig.
Yes. So you will be digging deep. That's why the first thing I put on was therapy when I put it on the board, because we have to get familiar with that. This is an important part
Okay.
of growth. Okay. So everyone send some love in the chat for Tina. Great job, Tina. Send some
All
love
right.
in the chat for Tina.
Thank you.
Good work. We love the fact that you were vulnerable, you were transparent, you were honest, and you also were willing to see yourself, with a mirror next to you. So great stuff. Who is up next? Team, let's pull the next person up. What's going on, Latoria? Is it Latoria?
Yes, Latoya.
Oh, I'm sorry, Latoya. Okay, I love it. So, all right, cool. Where are your blind spots at?
All right, so I do have like some systems in place, like some of the things you said. I stepped out on faith this year and launched my business. I got the CRM, I did some classes. I think where I'm stagnated at is knowing what to invest in, knowing how to, because I went through a class that helped me, with the CRM and get clients, but now I'm not, that it's gone. So I need to learn how to maintain clients, to attract more clients and stuff like that. So it's just basically, you know, just adding value to my business and systems. More, to
Okay,
learn my system a little better, put it that way. To know what to
okay.
do
So,
with my system.
so hold on. You know you didn't tell me where you're getting stopped at, right? Are you aware that you actually didn't tell me that, or do you think you told me that?
So I thought I told you.
Exactly.
I
Wait. Just slow down. Slow down. That's it right there. Do you find yourself speeding? Do you find yourself moving too fast?
I
Do you
do.
find
Okay,
yourself what?
I
Go ahead.
do.
Give me the example.
Because I'm the type of person, I work on myself a lot, like, and I did do the work to do the mindset shift. But when like, I could be scrolling on Instagram, and somebody can pop up and say something that I might need in my business, and I'll just like join and pay for it instead of, because I feel like it's a sign sometimes. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I find myself in a lot of different master classes, um, spending unnecessary money that maybe I need to slow down more. You know what I mean?
Okay.
To do
So
my
let me
research.
add let me add some value in there for you, right? Because you're doing such a great job. And it's not that you take a lot of classes. It's not that you invest into yourself. It's what you do when you take the classes. Is what you do with the time that you have, that you are going forward with your goals, your dreams. What are you doing? Are you tracking and measuring your success, or are you just going with the flow just to go to say to yourself to satisfy, oh, I did that? Because every choice has a payoff to it. And that's really why we make the choices based upon the payoffs.
Yes.
Okay.
I can say this year I did, because I'm tracked. I mean, the last class I took was a mindset class, and it helped me get to where I'm at now. And then the second class I took was a class in the field of what I'm doing, and that helped me launch my business and get systems in place. Now, um, I'm just looking to build my systems, looking to learn how to, do investing and stuff like that, to help me generate more wealth for my family and stuff like that. So I mean, now I'm here. I don't know what else
Okay.
to say.
So, all right. So, perfect. Perfect. So, did you hear at the end? I don't know what else to say. The reason why you said that is because everything else you said was running off a script that you program yourself to operate with. And
Hmm.
the words that you said is not by accident. You said this intentionally and on purpose. So it's very purposeful. You're a very purposeful person. You don't do anything blindly. However, if you're not tracking the results of what you're doing, then over time it just becomes an autopilot habit. And that is what I'm discovering right now that you're dealing with right now is how to break the autopilot loop. Like, how do I get to that next level? Because I've done all the other things, but how do I get to this next level? And we're going to get into that throughout this week So what I would say for you to do, and this is for everyone, this is one of the homeworks, right? And we always get this same homework every Monday when we do any leadership calls with the challenges, because this right here will help you get clarity. If you feel like you may be stuck, there's confusion there. Because if you have clarity, there's no confusion, and then you have movement. But if you have confusion, you don't move when you're confused. If you're offering a product or service to a consumer and you're confusing the consumer, they're not going to buy. No one buys, no one moves being confused. You only move when there's clarity. So what I need everyone to do is do the clarity challenge. You're going to do 1 day clarity challenge where you're going to clean a space in your room. Maybe it's your house, maybe it's your car, whatever space it may be. I want you to pick that space, clean it, and send a before and after inside the Telegram group. Make sense? Latoya, like, wait a minute. I don't know about that.
No, no,
But
no,
it-
no. I'm laughing because I just did that this weekend. Like I went and cleaned my car, I did that, and I cleaned my room. So because I start feeling like that was cluttering my mind and it was not giving me clarity, so I did it. So I'm trying to figure out what else can I do. That's what I was laughing about.
So yeah, so that's something that I want you to do because it may be mental. It may be
Yeah,
clearing out something that has been on your mind, something that has been holding you back. Because let
yeah.
me ask you all right this. Why wouldn't you show up to this call in your best fit or just ready to go? Like imagine me. Let me just ask you all. Imagine me showing up to this call to you all, and I got the camera in my hand, and I'm just laying on the bed, and I'm just talking, and I'm like, yeah, but hold on, hold on. I'm screaming at the kids, go sit down, and I come back to you, and then I'm talking. How would y'all feel if I operated like that on this call?
Yeah.
Answer the question really fast because we do have to close. But answer the question.
I would feel like you all over the place.
Mm. So it's okay for you to judge me, but it's not okay for you to judge you.
No, I like constructive criticism.
Okay. So I want to see everybody when you show up this week. Let's see how serious you really are. Let me see you show up, hair done, face good. You're in a position, you got the camera propped up, you're ready to go. You got your notebook, you're focused. You carved out the time, you told family and friends, look, I got this blocked out, I got that blocked out. Don't call me during this time because I'm not picking up. And I don't mean any disrespect. I love you. But right now, I got some things I need to be doing that's going to help me and you. So I need to be locked in. Okay, that's what I need. I need to see everybody doing that. Because if you're not doing that, then guess what? You don't really want it. You could sit up here and tell me that I'm unprofessional. You could tell me that I'm not serious. But what about you? And this is
Right.
not to you, LaTorre. This is just to everyone. Has
Right.
nothing to do with you. So don't take this personal. And that's
Oh,
a
I
number
get it.
one rule. Number one rule. Don't take anything personal. That's the number one rule. Don't take anything personal. I need to see everybody put that in the chat before I close this call up. Don't take anything personal. Okay? Don't take anything personal. All right, cool. Great stuff. Everyone send some love in the chat for LaTorre. We do have to close up in these next 2 minutes. So let me go ahead and read what we have as far as our poll goes. And then we'll close up. Make sure you got the homework. The homework also will be put in place in the Telegram group. I know for a fact you are the best of the best, but it's not about me. It's about you. Okay. And if you do talk about me, talk about maxing everything. So let's go ahead and let's see what they said as far as the poll goes. The poll is up behind me. If you didn't get a chance to do the poll, which I see only 57% of people actually took the poll. Imagine paying for a class. Imagine paying for people to teach you and to show you a way. And then you go, yeah, a poll is up. I'm not doing that. I'm at work right now. Imagine the people that you pay is literally showing you, hey, this is what you're going to do. And you go, man, I'm not doing that. Imagine the people that you pay and say, hey, we're going to give you this challenge homework and we want you to do X, Y, and Z. And you go, yeah, I'm not doing that. Well, then you answered all of your questions for this week. You weren't really ready. You didn't really want it. And that's really what's holding you back. It's not going to be your mentors. It's not going to be the coaches. It's not going to be anything but you. And I love you. So make sure you step up to the plate today and throughout the rest of this week. So the first question in the poll says, what's the space you've been avoiding the most lately? 56 people answered, and 70% said, my mind. I've been mentally cluttered. How could you ever truly build if you're mentally cluttered? See, when you go around and you look at everything that's in the room when it's junky, that's how your mind is operating. You can't focus. Okay. So as we continue to read, it says, question 2, it reads as follows. When was the last time you did something just for you guilt-free? I love that 18% said today, but you know what 42% of people said? I honestly can't remember. You see, what's the purpose of working 40 hours a week? You say to yourself, I don't care about money. I'm not a lover of money. I don't care about money. But then you go work 40 hours a week and you neglect yourself. You don't even remember when was something you did for yourself guilt-free. You can't even remember that. So is it worth it to go through all of that to neglect yourself? I don't think so. So this week, we're not neglecting ourselves. Somebody put, I'm making myself a priority. Look, Sandy, if you give everything to your kids, how could you ever really be there for them in the way that they could look up to you and go, yeah, I want that lady on my wall. That's the person that I believe is my number one inspiration. If you give everything to your children and nothing for you, guess what? Your kids are not even going to listen to you. And that's not me being, presumptuous or making fun of anyone. I'm just using that as an example to show you. And we already know this. Okay, we've been children already. Okay, we know what we're talking about right now. Last question. What's hardest about giving yourself permission to pause or reset? 52% of people said, I feel like I'm falling behind. How is that? Just real fast, because we get ready to close here. When you think about you running out of time or you falling behind, it's because when you get assignments, yeah, I'm going to do that later. When you know you're supposed to be going to the gym, yeah, I'm going to do that later. It's not just FOMO, Alicia. It does have FOMO, but what we're looking at is the patterns first, right? The patterns, the pattern, and the pattern is always delaying. That's what we do. We put it off to tomorrow. I'm gonna do that later. Oh, it's not that serious right now. Oh, I'm gonna get to that this weekend. But we don't realize that when we put that time off, new things arise each day. So when we say I'm gonna do that next weekend, when we could have done it today, now when next weekend rise, we got 4, 5, 6 extra things we don't want to do. Now it's like, I'm just chilling today. Make sense? So we need to put an end to that. And part of that is from this identity that we have been tapped into. And unfortunately, I don't have enough time to go through this, but the main purpose that we're going to be working on is becoming more effective with our time. That is the flagship book that I have, Be More Effective in Less Time. That's what I'm going to be operating out of that. That's the go-to book. So every day I'm going to be reading a part of that book. Okay. Every day I'm going to be reading a part of this book here. Becoming more effective in less time. All right. This is going to help you go from good to great. When good is no longer good enough. All right. When good is no longer good enough. We're going from good to great. So with that being said, that will close out today. If you didn't get a chance to do the poll, I understand. I get it. Make sure you can do the poll next time. And whatever homework that we give you, make sure you get the homework. Also, keep in mind, we do have class opening up today. We want to be there early. Okay. So make sure you're paying attention to the Telegram. Make sure you're paying attention to the Telegram. Right. Go ahead and put a takeaway video in the chat. Go ahead and put a takeaway video in the chat inside the Telegram group. Let us know what you took away from this first call and how excited you are to be inside of this challenge. Your wealth is loading, okay? Your next level of wealth is loaded. So right now, what I want to do is have everyone come off of mute. That's going to be the end of this session. But tomorrow we're doing some real work. Tomorrow we have a guided meditation. We have so much things going on for you this week that we're going to really transform our lives in a way that you wouldn't even be recognizable on Friday from where you're at right now. So if you know that you're the MVP of your life, I want you to come off of mute and I want you to snap it up and clap it up for yourself. And I want you to go out there today and be amazing. Let's have everyone come off of mute. Let's send a request to have them come off of mute.
Use that Telegram app. I don't know how to use that Telegram app. Hello.
We got this, guys. We got this, guys.
Use that app. Oh my God. Okay.
A support.
Great
Okay,
day,
great.
everyone.
Yes,
Yes,
I'm excited. This is a really good
Yes, it
class.
was a pleasure. It was
Thank
great.
you.
This
Yes.
brainwave shift turn pain into game. Every loss uplift. City on my back, but my
Thank you
posture
very
rich. Used
much.
to dream in the dark, now the switch they lit. Neurons fire when I say my name. Rewire all the wise, I don't play that same. More code in my head.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Respect diet hard with it. Always in my head,
All
what we
right.
start with it. Transform, I was built to collect more.
All right, y'all, go out there and be amazing. We'll see you tonight. Peace, love, and beautiful energy.